Welcome back, Rankers. Just got back from Sydney, literally. Well, not literally, I got back at midnight last night, but it feels like I just got back 2 seconds ago. And I was speaking at the Connect Now conference in Sydney, for those of you who have been following along at home, and it was just fantastic. I saw some great speakers, particularly Brian Solis. I'd never seen him speak before, and he just had some real gems and really cut through a lot of the jargon about, he explained that, forums and bulletin boards are social media. And it just goes to show that, I mean, we used to call social media user-generated content, as Laurel pointed out to us. Then we called it Web 2.0. Now we call it social media. And, things like cloud computing, we used to call application service provision. Anyway, really great. So if you get a chance to read his book, Engage, I suggest you do. I'm going to download the audiobook. And some really interesting insights into social media and the sorts of things you should be looking for. Caught up with Darren Rouse again. Always good to catch up with him. Bit of a mentor when it comes to everything internet, everything social, I should say. And caught up with Gavin and a few other people. Great. So for the people who are still there, they've got some great speakers. Gary V's coming up this morning. And I'm sorry I can't be there, but business is booming back here, so we're busy and clients come first. Next one thing that I did do though, I caused a bit of a stir, unfortunately. A lot of people got it into their head when I was doing my presentation yesterday that I said that search is more influential than social, as this person here has tweeted. No, that's not what I said. I didn't say search was more influential than social. What I said is that search is about discovery, social is about community. Search brings new experiences back into those social communities. There's been an argument going around, it's like, why do I need search for when I can just ask my network? Well, if you're a Chris Brogan, or you're a Lowell Papworth, or a David Meerman Scott, or any of these other people, and you've got 5 gazillion followers, well, yeah, why not? But, if you're like me, you've only got 5,000, or if you're like, a lot of other people that have only got 20, that isn't going to help terribly much. And not only that, is that I get annoyed with people who just ask things without actually going Googling and doing the work for themselves and just, basically leaning on others to do the work for them. There's a great site. It's called LMGFY, let me Google that for you, .com, which was trending on Twitter the other day. And look, I'm a big fan of real time, okay? Because Brian Solis was showing that a lot of traffic to major media sites in the US is coming from social, and Google makes a very small percentage. But that's because of the real-time nature of the content that they're serving up, because they're serving up that content into their social communities in real time, like they can on Facebook or on Twitter streams, or even any other sorts of RSS feeds. But Google isn't fast enough yet, it's not real-time indexing yet to get that real-time live content in. But let's face it, the majority of searches in Google are not about real-time stuff that I need to know now. Certainly when I see something, I use this as my news feed, essentially, TweetDeck. When something is trending here, I know something big is happening, unless it's Justin Bieber, and if you follow trending, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for instance, I watched this trending and I knew within seconds there was a massive earthquake in Haiti. I just turned around and bang, there it was, trending, and it happened within seconds. Google can't yet compete with that, but search is not all about what's real time and what's happening now. It's about I need to find out information. Some searches are, yes, news-related, event-related, those sorts of things, things that need real time. So all I'm saying is, ignore search at your peril if you're into social media, because search is your low-hanging fruit. Search is about people who don't know who you are, rather than about people who already know your brand and are already fans, or you're already in a community with them, or whatever else. Search is about, I'm looking for a particular hotel in a particular area. Oh, here's 3 to choose from. I wonder which one I should go to. Now I'll go and ask my social network. I've looked at a few hotels. Is this one any good? To me, that's the way it works a lot of the time. A lot of people are lazy. They don't do that. They just go and ask their social network straight away. But at the end of the day, new experiences and content cannot come into that community without the use of search. That was my point. Sorry for upsetting everybody, all these people here saying, no, I disagree. Okay. Love yous all. Finally today, the internet censorship debate just gets sillier and sillier. You may have heard of the book American Psycho. I'm not too sure what year it was written, but I'm pretty sure it was the 90s or the 80s, maybe even earlier. I saw the movie, I didn't read the book. Well, guess what? It's banned online in Australia. If you're in Australia, you cannot access this book. You are not allowed to do this, what I'm doing right now. And I don't know if I'm going to get into trouble for this, but this is just the book, the text. Now, you might say, well, Jim, it's pretty raunchy content. Yes, but you can get the movie, and you can get this book at most local libraries, and you can get this book at Borders, and you can get this book at Amazon, and you can get this book. Now, the ridiculous nature of this is that this page, I don't know if this page is blacklisted, it's just that we're not allowed to access this book online. So, what would happen is, normally, someone would report this to the ACMA as content that doesn't meet the guidelines. This particular page would be blacklisted in the new regime. Right now it's blacklisted and it doesn't matter, you can still go to it. It would then have to be filtered, and it would then have to, the blacklist would have to be updated. And of course, at which point the owner of this particular account would probably move the, this particular book to another page. And another page, and another page, and another page, and another page, and another page. And each one of those has to be blacklisted. But before it gets blacklisted, it has to go to the ACMA as a complaint, then it has to go to the OFLC, the Office of Film Literature and Classification. They have to say, oh yes, blacklist that. Then it has to go back to the ACMA, and then they blacklist it. And then they have to issue link deletion notices to every person that links to this book. And of course, they're not censoring Twitter, they're not censoring Facebook, and they're not censoring torrents. So all of those things, you will still be able to get this book. And this is only going to cost you, the taxpayer, $125 million. But of course, that's without budget increases to allow for all the link deletion notices and the thousands and thousands and thousands of links that are going to come out and link to this that have to be taken down and the ACMA has to act upon. It's crazy. And that's it for this week. See you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.